It may surprise you to learn that our body's capacity to absorb alcohol decreases dramatically as we get older than 65. What used to be a simple glass of wine could now be secretly taxing your liver, interfering with your prescription drugs, or causing sleep disturbances that exacerbate diabetes, heart disease, and memory loss. Indeed, research in the Lancet Public Health indicates that seniors who drink moderately have a 35% higher risk of cognitive impairment than those who abstain. According to out-of-date recommendations, some popular alcoholic drinks may appear innocuous or even beneficial. However, the truth is that some forms of alcohol can exacerbate dehydration, raise blood pressure, cause balance problems, and potentially dangerously conflict with medication in older adults. That, and 4 far safer options that won't make you feel like you're giving up the pleasures of social drinking, will be revealed to you soon. Make sure to finish reading, because the worst alcohol for seniors is one that is still frequently suggested in health magazines, and it may be harming your heart and brain without you realizing it. Let's get started. In order to ensure that you never miss another personalized health tip, I advise you to ring the bell and subscribe if you haven't already. Type 1 in the comments if you like this video. If not, input 0 to tell me how I can improve your material. 4 alcohol types that older adults should stay away from. 1. Hard liquor. Rum, vodka, and whiskey. Too much, too quickly, and too risky. A straightforward glass of whiskey or a neat shot of vodka could appear to be a harmless pleasure at first, especially to people who have been drinking them for decades. For many, it's habit, comfort, and tradition. However, the aging body doesn't show how much it's changed as soon as it formerly did. Your tolerance decreases, your liver processes alcohol more slowly, and your central nervous system is more susceptible to disturbance after the age of 65. It is now possible for that once friendly nightcap to become a silent thief. Hard liquor gives an extremely concentrated dose of alcohol that strikes quickly and forcefully, in contrast to wine or beer. It can harm you before you know it. It doesn't only help you relax. As you age, your margin of safety shrinks, and that injection you once took without much trouble can now cause dizziness, loss of balance, sharp decreases in blood pressure, and, worst of all, potentially fatal collapses. These dangers are not negligible. In the U.S., falls are the most common cause of injury-related mortality for persons over 65. In addition to being extremely dehydrating, hard liquor exacerbates typical problems among the elderly, such as dry skin, constipation, and even kidney stress. Its interaction with drugs, however, may be the most underappreciated risk. Strong spirits don't mix well with sedatives, antidepressants, or blood pressure medications. The outcome? Abnormalities of the heart, disorientation, and even respiratory depression. You pay for your safety, your liberty, and your capacity for clear thought, not merely a headache the following morning. Furthermore, repeated pressure on the liver and brain system over time can cause cumulative consequences that go beyond temporary fog and can result in long-term cognitive deterioration. Therefore, even while a hard drink might seem like a treat, it might actually be a costly trade-off for older folks. Protecting and making the most of the years you've earned is more important than passing judgment. What comes next, then, if hard liquor isn't the only unspoken threat in your glass? You might be even more surprised by the next kind of booze, because it disguises itself in a charming way. Please let me know in the first remark below if you're still watching and finding these insights useful. Let's now discuss point number 2. 2. a sugar trap in disguise, flavored wine coolers, dessert wines, and inexpensive sweet wines. A glass of sweet wine has a disarming effect. It goes down easily, doesn't burn like booze, and has a sweet scent that is frequently welcoming, comfort even. For a lot of elders, it's the preferred beverage for calm evenings, feasts, and holidays. However, there is a hidden danger behind the sweetness, one that the aging body is far less prepared to face. Fermented grapes are not the only ingredient in the majority of commercially manufactured sweet wines and wine coolers. They contain a lot of artificial flavors, added sugars, and preservatives like sulfites. Despite their mild and innocuous flavor, they cause a series of metabolic stressors in the elderly body. The sugars have the potential to quickly raise blood glucose levels, which is particularly risky for the approximately 1 in 4 persons over 65 who have diabetes. Additionally, the ensuing severe glycemic fluctuations may result in weariness, impaired vision, agitation, or worse, permanent damage to the nerves and eyes. Another unspoken foe is sulfites, which are frequently used to maintain color and shelf life. They have been connected to respiratory irritation, inflammation, and headaches, especially in older persons with asthma or impaired lung function. Additionally, these wines' acidity subtly erodes dental enamel and exacerbates acid reflux, a chronic problem that is sometimes attributed to aging alone. The cost you incur extends beyond a single indulgence. You may be out of wellness for days or even years. Drinking something sweet and inexpensive causes your body to react by increasing inflammation, impairing digestion, and raising your risk of cardiovascular disease. It's possible that the drink that used to make you feel carefree is now making you feel heavier in ways you can't see yet. The fact that these sugary wines can provide a false sense of security is even more worrisome. But what about beer, the beverage known as the friendly one, if sugar is the covert saboteur? You might want to prepare yourself, since what follows could permanently alter your perception of that cold bottle. Third, light beer, in particular, is not as light as you may imagine. Beer is associated with many older individuals' fond memories of backyard barbecues, sporting events, and toasts with old friends. Additionally, light beer is frequently seen as the safest option among alcoholic beverages because it is less alcoholic, easier on the system, and socially acceptable. However, elders may silently and persistently bear a great load from seemingly insignificant things. In actuality, beer, especially light beer, isn't as delicate as it seems. Carbohydrates, purines, and preservatives that might upset the delicate balance of an aging body are concealed behind the subtle buzz and bubbly head. Calories are not the only factor. Beer contains a lot of refined carbohydrates and carbs, which quickly turn into glucose and cause energy dips and blood sugar rises. This is a serious problem for the roughly 50% of seniors who have prediabetes. A metabolic trap is what it is. 4. Beer's association with gout, a painful and inflammatory ailment that increases in prevalence after age 60, is even more worrisome. The high purine content of beer can cause a significant increase in uric acid levels, which can lead to days-long flare-ups of joint discomfort. What started out as a mild refreshment can turn into the main source of ongoing pain. Not to mention how alcohol affects sleep and bladder function, two of the most vulnerable systems in later age. Beer is a diuretic that exacerbates nightly urination, interferes with sleep cycles, and causes dehydration, all of which are associated with memory loss, balance problems, and exhaustion in older adults. 5. Your energy, lucidity, and comfort gradually deteriorate as a result of that cold bottle, though the cost isn't usually instant. It's the price of joint pain, sleepless nights, weight gain, and inflammation. Even worse, it's a gradual decline in health that is masquerading as an innocuous custom. The next group of drinks raises the risk to a whole new level, with hidden concerns that most seniors never anticipate, even though beer may make it difficult to distinguish between harmful and innocuous. Prepare yourself, because mixed drinks aren't as confusing as you may believe. They are possibly dangerous and well thought out. 4. Mixed drinks and cocktails are poisonous concoctions of liquor and sugar. They're cheery, vibrant, and frequently delivered with a smile. Cocktails are becoming the preferred beverage for parties, get-togethers, and just relaxing. Behind the umbrella and ice cubes, however, these drinks that seem like fun are frequently the most harmful to older adults. Not because of their flavor, but rather because of the way they conceal their true nature. Usually, hard liquor is covered up with sweets, syrups, fruit juices, or sodas to create mixed cocktails, which have a high alcohol content and a high sugar content. This combination is especially detrimental to elderly people. Blood sugar levels can spike in just a few minutes due to the sugar content of many cocktails, which can rival that of a dessert. This can result in hazardous blood sugar drops, impaired vision, and tiredness episodes for people who already have diabetes or insulin resistance. However, since mixed beverages mask potency, the alcohol itself may be the worst threat. The impact doesn't hit you immediately. Particularly in social situations, that delusion of control makes it simpler to overindulge without recognizing it. Both literally and symbolically, this is a dangerous combination for elderly people who may already have memory, coordination, or drug schedule issues. Additionally, the artificial tastes and ingredients found in cocktails can exacerbate acid reflux, strain the liver, and cause inflammation. Additionally, the effects might be unpredictable and potentially harmful when used with common prescriptions such as blood pressure meds, sleep aids, or antidepressants. The cost is not limited to the glass. It also extends to the hours, days, and even years that pass. A pleasant night out could turn into a sleep disturbance, imbalance, hazy thinking, or a gradual, silent pressure on the heart and brain. These beverages frequently have the opposite effect on elders who are looking for strength, clarity, and longevity. On the other side of awareness, however, lie pleasure and optimism. Actually, not every drink is prohibited. The 4 options you'll find below will improve your experience while also safeguarding your health. Some may even take you by surprise. It's time to flip the page. 4. Superior senior alcohol substitutes. 1 is red wine, which is heart-healthy and brain-enhancing when consumed in moderation. Red wine has been revered for generations as a representation of culture, leisure, and even health. Additionally, it may be one of the few alcoholic drinks that can still provide older folks with more than simply a nice taste. However, the portion, rather than the pour, is the key. Red wine, especially resveratrol-rich kinds, offers something unique: the ability to promote circulation, heart health, and even cognitive clarity. This is in contrast to harsh liquors or sugary cocktails. Red grape skin contains a potent polyphenol that has been connected to better blood vessel function and decreased inflammation. 2 major issues for elderly people who are at risk for heart disease and memory loss. Several times a week, a small 5-ounce glass of red wine may help increase HDL, or good cholesterol, and shield arteries from oxidative damage. However, moderation is a need, not only a rule. Even red wine loses its appeal when consumed in excess, leading to blood pressure rise, liver strain, and disturbed sleep. There is a limit to the magic. Additionally, red wine includes chemicals that can directly combat oxidative stress in brain tissues and cross the blood-brain barrier, potentially protecting against neurodegenerative illnesses. Because of its natural vasodilating effects and gentle relaxing influence, seniors frequently report feeling more relaxed and toasty after having a small glass, not because they are intoxicated. But selecting organic products with low sulfite levels is crucial. It reduces undesirable side effects, such as flushed skin or headaches, which are more prevalent in aging bodies. Additionally, red wine can decrease absorption and preserve the lining of your stomach when consumed with food, particularly lean proteins or healthy fats. Intentionally selecting and consuming red wine can turn it into a ritual of protection and pleasure. However, what if you could enhance wine's elegance and make it even kinder to the body without compromising flavor or enjoyment with others? With each sip, the following option provides both refreshment and restraint. 2 sophisticated dilutions of wine and sparkling water with minimal alcohol content. Finding satisfaction in the subtle, non-overbearing things is a great aspect of simplicity. A low ABV spritzer is the ideal compromise for seniors who still want to respect their changing bodies while still enjoying the social elegance of a drink. Giving your body something it can manage with care is more important than giving up anything. A simple drink becomes a delightful, lighter, and much less taxing beverage when a small pour of wine is blended with sparkling water to create a spritzer. By reducing the alcohol amount by half or more, you can still enjoy the ritual, flavor, and perfume without running the danger of experiencing sleep difficulties, dehydration, or brain fog that full-strength beverages can cause. Our balance becomes less forgiving, our kidneys grow more sensitive, and our sleep becomes more brittle as we age. All of that is respected by a spritzer. It satisfies and moisturizes. It slows you down in the most beneficial way, providing just enough to make you feel included and encouraged without tipping the scales in the direction of danger. And it becomes more than just a beverage when a sprig of mint, a few berries, or a piece of citrus are added. It turns into an enjoyable and present moment. The visual cue has power as well. A tall glass catching the light, full with fizz. A big pour is not necessary to experience the joy of celebration. Furthermore, since spritzers are often drunk gently, they inherently encourage thoughtful drinking, which keeps you in sync with your body and prevents accidental overindulgence. The spritzer is a modest revolution that whispers rather than yells for seniors who miss the social side of drinking, but yet want to do it with grace and purpose. However, what if you could have the same sense of ritual and serenity without drinking alcohol at all? You might still benefit from something that would improve your mood, energy, and intestinal health. You might be surprised at the next option. Third, kombucha, including low alcohol or alcohol-free varieties, the tonic for digestion. Fatigue, slow digestion, or a persistently low mood are some of the ways the body communicates its requirements without using words. The gut gets more sensitive as we age, and its impact on everything from energy to thought becomes more significant. In this case, kombucha comes in as a tonic rather than a fad. Carefully fermented, kombucha provides a mild, organic fizz that is both festive and restorative. It contains probiotics, B vitamins, and organic acids that aid in reestablishing the gut's internal ecology. It is made with tea, live cultures, and a small amount of sugar. This might be more than just a drink for elderly people who are experiencing bloating, constipation, or decreased nutrient absorption. It can be a silent act of self-respect. In contrast to alcohol, which frequently aggravates the digestive system and impairs mental clarity, kombucha may increase vitality, improve concentration, and strengthen the immune system. Its richness is reflected in the intricacy of its tangy flavor, which may require some getting used to. Regular moderate consumption, particularly of alcohol-free or low-alcohol varieties, makes many older folks feel lighter, more balanced, and even more emotionally at ease. Drinking kombucha can take on a routine that is as meaningful as previously consuming wine or whiskey. It pleases the hand and the mind when it is poured into a glass, cold and bubbly. It allows seniors to join in social situations without compromising and to feel good about their drinking. Not because of it, but because of it. What if there was a beverage that could calm your tensions, ease your mind, and still deliver that festive spark without the use of alcohol or sugar? Kombucha may be able to heal from the inside out. What follows is a new kind of toast to aging well, not just a drink, but a change in perspective. 4. Adaptogen-infused herbal mocktails. Joy in society without the negative consequences. Selecting what uplifts you has a certain nobility. In a society that frequently associates enjoyment with intoxication, mocktails made with herbal adaptogens provide a novel form of enjoyment that respects your age and well-being. These drinks are more than just alcohol substitutes. They are expertly blended experiences that balance the body, soothe the nervous system, and nevertheless feel joyous in your palm. Rather of dulling your senses, 2 adaptogens, such as chamomile, holy basil, ginger, lemon balm, and ashwagandha, help you feel more present. These herbs are well known for their capacity to lower inflammation, control stress hormones, and subtly stimulate the mind without being overstimulating. These substances are nature's subtle solution for seniors who struggle with anxiety, insomnia, or exhaustion brought on by medicine. 3. A mocktail that has fresh herbs, citrus, adaptogens, and sparkling water is much more than just flavored water. With the aroma of mint, the snap of ginger, and the calming touch of lavender, it's a sensory ritual. The way these beverages unite individuals without the afterglow of alcohol or the sorrow of the following day is beautiful. You continue to be lucid, grounded, and completely in charge of your joy as well as your body. Mocktails eliminate the hidden risks associated with alcohol for people with long-term medical issues or those taking complicated medications. No medication interference, no blood sugar falls, and no blood pressure increases. Just food masquerading as enjoyment. The fact that you're still enjoying the moment, raising a glass, and celebrating life without incurring any financial or psychological costs is maybe the most significant aspect. Imagine now the cascading effects of these deliberate little decisions. Your vitality increases, your clarity returns, and you demonstrate to others that growing older gracefully is about wisdom rather than limitation. But what happens if you start substituting more sensible behaviors for long-standing ones, not only drinks? The true metamorphosis starts there. One drink at a time, aging well is a decision. Refinement, not decrease, is what aging is all about. Additionally, our decisions can change with dignity, grace, and purpose, just like the body. After the age of 65, alcohol, which was formerly associated with celebration, camaraderie, or comfort, assumes a new significance. What once helped us sleep may now deprive us of slumber. What once drew us together may now be subtly dragging us away from our best selves, and what once calmed us may now strain our liver. The truth is, though, that you can still achieve health by knowing which joys are safe to retain as opposed to giving them up. The goal of every drink we've covered in this guide is to redefine pleasure, not to deny it. A glass of gut-friendly kombucha, a glass of red wine after dinner, a sparkling spritzer on a sunny porch, or a mocktail full of soothing herbs. The ritual and the connection endure, but the effects do not. It's not about being flawless, rather it's about being conscious and safeguarding your mental clarity, bone strength, and heartbeat. Each drink turns into a choice to respect your body, your path, and your future, and perhaps most significantly, to be totally present for the people and events that are most important to you. There will always be sugar-coated traps, empty indulgences, and shortcuts in the world, but aging well is a protest against all of that. It is choosing presence over escape, memory over fog, and energy over numbing. The initial cost of drinking the incorrect things is frequently concealed: a sleepless night, vertigo, or a bit more forgetfulness than normal. But such expenses mount up over time. Thankfully, the advantages of even the enhancements also apply. It may seem insignificant to replace one unhealthy beverage with a healthy one, but it is a significant and long-lasting gift for your liver, brain, equilibrium, and sleep. You deserve to live these years to the fullest, with clarity, stability, and strength. Raise a glass to the future you've chosen to safeguard, not the past, because the fact is that there is still reason to celebrate as you get older. It's only the start of a much more thoughtful and unique way to celebrate. The purpose of these lectures is to encourage you to live life to the fullest and most genuine. I would be delighted to hear from you now. Think for a moment, then share one item you've learned that you want to use in your own life. On this path of accepting these realities, let's help one another. If this video was enjoyable to you, please leave a remark with one. If not, feel free to use 0 in your comment. Your opinions are very important to us. For more videos like these, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our videos. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope you enjoy living your life as you see fit.